Should U.S. policy towards Cuba change now that Fidel Castro has resigned as president of Cuba? Will it change? It's unlikely to change, given the inflexibility of U.S. law at the moment and the U.S. body politic, and also the inflexibility that the successor regime in Cuba is showing today. In a lot of ways, what the successor regime, what Raul Castro and the people around him decide to do, holds the key to whether the U.S. will start moving in a more realistic and reasonable direction. What steps can the United States take to show Cuba that it is interested in a new relationship? We need to increase the flexibility in our policy. We need to step away from the Helms-Burton Act that says that the U.S. gets to decide property disputes in Cuba. We have to walk away from limitations on Cuban-American family travel and remittances to the island. In large measure, we have to introduce more flexibility to the approach that the U.S. government can take in response to changes on the island. How likely is it that Raul Castro will respond positively to U.S. overtures? It's unlikely that Raul Castro is going to have positive U.S. overtures to respond to. He's going to have to play the hand he's been dealt, both with a cold and distant U.S. neighbor to the north and a Cuban populace that's demanding someone to address their basic economic needs. Once he makes his decision as to how he's going to play those cards, it may create a dynamic in which he opens a little bit, and that leads the United States to change its policies or to at least begin to rethink its policies. Right now, both sides of the Florida Straits are kind of frozen in place, and the onus for the first move, in many ways, rests with Raul Castro and those around him.